round 9 Ewan Bartholomew is at fullback for Aberdeen. Harry Douglas and Jesse McLean are on the wings. Hayden Bell and Taylor Pryor are in the centres. That's a new combination. I'll be very, very keen to see how them guys go. No Hamish Wolfgang today. Number 6 is Dylan Porter. Liam Foran is the halfback. Jason Hovey, one front rower. Benny Clark, the hooker. Cameron Savage, the other front rower. The back rowers are Tyler, Prince Campbell, Travis Bateman and Marcus Marsh. We've only got a couple of subs as we speak, Huey Collins and Sammy Fitzsimmons, and we'll catch them very shortly, and we'll get on to who else mans the subs bench. For Denman, Zach Webb's at fullback, Jackson Ball on one wing with Logan Ellis. Geordie Mulheron and Dan Rees are the centres. Jacob Ellis and Luke Rees are the halves. Jossie Scrimger and Andrew Pritchard are the front row with Adam Gretsch, the captain coach at Denman. Tommy Mann, Isaac McCormick and Brady Benkovic round out the back row. The subs, Jamie Carter's 14, Dylan Thorne's number 15 and Nathan Barry's number 16. And as I said, both teams will get the final numbers on who is filling those reserves on the bench. Both teams, I thought both teams may come together here for the Weathers of the World. Are you aware of that, Reggie? I'm not sure.
Mate, I believe that what they're coming together for is whether they do it today. There was a minute's silence yesterday.
That's right, it was
the young
too.
fellas the young kids that lost their life in that house fire in Singleton. So I'm not too sure if they're doing that, but that could be very well it.
I see Pauline and Hilton and also Daffy going out to the middle now for the Where There's a Will Foundation. So, you know, when we talk about things like this, Reggie, it is a game of football. It is a game of football, and I think both teams are going to line up here.
Mate, Rob Partridge is going to step in for me for a minute. I've just got to go and do something.
Yeah, I think in the end, Pardo, it is a game of football, mate, but when something like this is at the forefront, it is unbelievable to see both teams and all the players get together in terms of coming together on such an incredible weekend.
Oh, definitely. Banco, you hit it on the head there, mate. It's more than football this weekend.
Yeah. And I think it brings people back down and you know, it grounds people a little bit. You know, we play a game of football, and I just said to Hilton and Pauline, sport is our number one social outlet in our all the communities around here, the Upper Hunter and Hunter Valley. It's so prevalent, and you cannot dismiss it. So when people come together, they'll bash each other here today and get it. But at the end of the game, like that reserve grade game, they were all together. There was a great camaraderie. And they know what it's about. The bottom line is we're out here having a game of football. Yeah, there's a winner and unfortunately there's a loser. But the bottom line is everyone's here for each other, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the game, they'll all have a beer together and shake hands.
So here we go. We're going to have the kick-off now, and Liam Foran's going to kick off for the Aberdeen Tigers. I think we're in round 9 of the Bengalla Group 21 Hunter Valley competition, and there's the whistle, and we've got Corey Martin officiating this game today. So it's great to see Corey back. He refereed last Saturday night, and on one touch judge I think is Lachlan Ballard, and the other touch judge is Liam Anderson. So big kick-off from Foz, and it goes deep into the Denman half, and Andrew Pritchard just took one hit up, and then the second hit up went to Scrimger, who tipped it off onto Benkovic. He finds himself centre field, 20 metres out from his own line. There's Luke Ruiz, and he gives an inside ball to Isaac McCormick, and he's tackled just shy of the 30, still centre field. There's hands in the ruck there, and Corey Martin's found a little bit of a ball grab there by Marcus Marsh, so he's been penalised. The Denman boys, nice piggyback penalty early in the match.
Yeah, it was a good start for Denman. It'll get the cobwebs out, get the nerves out, and march them down the field.
Don't they need it, Pardo? I'm glad Isaac found touch a couple of times this season. The Denman boys have failed to find touch on some really crucial moments. Here's Dan Rees. He's back in the centres this weekend. He's up against Hayden Bell, and also good tackle by Foz there, Liam Foran. So Denman on the attack, centre field. They're about 35 metres out centre field. Scrimger just took that one. Here's Benkovic. He dummies on the run in motion. He goes forward and he finds himself 25 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Here's Scrimger. Goes in back in behind the ruck. Good set so far from the Devils. These little 1%ers have been letting them down badly, but this looks positive. Here's Luke Ruiz. He goes forward and he's tackled by, I think that was Cameron Savage, about 9 metres out. Here's Isaac McCormick. He'll pull a little chip through. It's juggled. No, Yui Bartholomew collects it in his own in goal. The line dropout will be happening very, very shortly. Good set of 6 there by the Devils. Really good set. Better than they have been going in recent weeks. But I think the positivity is there. There's no question.
Yeah, without a doubt, mate. It's I'm just trying to sort out the audio issue that we've got happening at the moment, but it was a positive set for them to start off with.
Yep. Here's Foz. He's going to kick out. Nice drop kick. How good is that? 51, 52 metres straight into the waiting arms of Pritchard, and he charges at the Aberdeen defence, and he gets it up inside the 30. Gretchen dummy half, short pass to Benkovic, who tips it on to Scrimger. Scrimger goes forward, and he's a couple of metres shy of the 20. Centre field again. Ugly play the ball, but what happened there? He's saying that the marker, Jason Hovey and Benny Clark, were involved in a little bit of thing there, but anyway, quick tap to Gretchy, who gets it on to Isaac McCormick. He's going to play the ball 10 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Ball goes to Benkovic on in motion, out the back pass to Jacob Ellis, on to Zach Webb. He had a couple of decoy runners there. The Aberdeen defence read it very, very well. Only about 5 metres out. Ball goes to Tommy Mann. He charges at the line. He's hitting a really strong tackle there. Great effort there by Travie Bateman. Ball goes there on to Josh Scrimger, trying to score under the post. A little flat ball, didn't work. The Aberdeen defence was equal to it. Gretsch from dummy half, 1.5 metres out. On to Jacob Ellis wide. Little pass to Luke Roos. Outside pass to Jackson Ball. He comes to Harry Douglas. Douglas wraps him up really well. It's the last tackle. No ground made. They actually lost it there. Jackson Ball's going to play the ball 1 metre in from touch. Ball goes out to Isaac McCormick. Isaac McCormick jinks on his left. Gets a little chip through, but he drags it straight in. Harry Douglas, and really well done by the Aberdeen boys there. Harry Douglas picked that up and collected it beautifully. The pressure was right on, but they were equal to the task. I'm just looking here at Dan Roos out in the centres. He looks like he's got a chest problem. He might have got belted in the ribs. But Ewan Bartholomew takes the ball out of the red zone for the Tigers. Here's Jesse McLean, next runner. He's always full of running, and Jesse McLean, he's got great leg speed. Benny Clark at dummy half takes off himself, gets around Tommy Mann, a bit of a feeble attempt, but Isaac McCormick rounded him up. It's the last tackle already. Liam Form at dummy half jumps out and puts a kick downtown. It's going right down there, deep into the corner, and Zach Webb fields the ball. He comes out to his 20, gets into the arms of Jason Hovey and also Belly. Hayden Bell picks him up along with Harry Douglas, who's wound out of that not well, Harry Douglas. And here's Jackson Ball. We'll get back to Harry, see how he's travelling, but Jackson Ball gets the ball, and he's up over his own 30, centre field. Ball goes out there. Who's that? Is that Geordie Mulheron, I think, who's got the ball and he's charging it out of his own area. He's right on halfway now. Gretchen dummy half, short pass to Pritchard. Pritchard in running. He's picked up and belted, and he unloaded it there to Scrimger. No ground made. Here's Gretchy. Gretchy jumps out of dummy half and puts a kick down. They need a bounce, but it's going to bounce over the dead ball line. Is it? No. Oh, yes. It came backwards, but it did find its way over the dead ball line. So a 7 tackle set to the Tigers, Reggie.
Yeah, mate, it's going to be unfortunate now for Denman. They're going to have to defend up, D up really good, but some great first opening plays from both sides.
There'll be a penalty coming here to the Tigers if they're not, the Denman side aren't careful. This is a great go forward. There's been 2 tackles so far, and they're already just shy of halfway. Ball goes to Cameron Savage, and Savage takes the ball up hard, and Great run. He's only just shy of halfway. There's a Denman player still on the ground. Look at this quick play the ball. They're not dominating the ruck at all, Denman, and Aberdeen are going to make them pay. They're only 35 metres out. Loom Forum chip in behind. No one there. Jackson Ball going back, and also Zach Webb. He beats one, which was Jason Hovey, but they drag him to the ground. He's only about 15 metres out, 12 metres out from his own line. Ball goes to Bengalla, who's back there early. Who's tackled him there? Foran. Really good tackle one-on-one by Foran, and a bit slow to get up there. He's Logan Ellis from dummy half. He's jinks around left and right. Trying to play the ball 25 metres out from his own line. Ball goes on to Scrimger, and Joshy Scrimger gets over the 30-metre line. Good defensive set here by the Tigers. They're really going well. Here's Jacob Ellis. Long pass out to Geordie Mulheron. Shrugs off Jesse McLean. He's still going forward, Mulheron. It's the last tackle. They need it. They need to put a good deep kick into one of the corners. Here's Gretchy on his bad foot, should I say. I think he's a left footer if I stand corrected. Good take by Ewan Bartholomew, about 30 metres out from his own line. I don't think that kick was deep enough, but Ewie took it exceptionally well, and he's going to play the ball on the 40. Ball goes out to Jesse McLean. He charges forward, and he's only just shy of halfway. Good quick play the ball. Ben Clark at dummy half onto Marcus Marsh. He'll run all day, this bloke. And he's already up to Denman's 40. Isaac McCormick trying to slow the ball down. Ben Clark gets the ball onto Savage. He goes straight forward to the Denman defence. Good tackle by Tommy Mann, and Scrimger over the top. 32 metres out, long ball out to Foran. Inside ball. I can't see who number 15 is there for the Aberdeen Tigers. We'll get to that. Ball goes out. It's the last. Liam Foran. Cut out pass. Oh, Hayden Bell tripped over his own feet. He had a clear run to the try line, I reckon, with only the Jackson Ball to beat, but he would have drew and passed that to Harry Douglas. I reckon Harry Douglas would have scored in the corner. Poor old Belly. He got the ball, and I think he ran into a big lump of clover there, and he just dug his studs in, and unfortunately for him, he tripped up. Fortunately for Denman, that would have been a try. There's no question about it. So Denman trying to get out of their red zone here now. Jackson Ball, this is a second. Jackson Ball takes it forward. He gets out to his own 30. Centre field, ball comes to the right, and Pritchard goes forward. Belts off Liam Foran, but good tackle by Savage over the top. Ball goes to Luke Ruiz, out the back to Jacob Ellis. Cut out pass to Geordie Mulheron, on to Logan Ellis, out wide. Tries to beat Jesse McLean, but he's equal to the task, and he monsters him just over their own 40, the Devils. Ball goes then out to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis, long pass out to Scrimger. There doesn't seem to be anything happening here at the moment. Gets on to Pritchard, another front rower, standing in the back line. They've moved it wide, but they didn't make any ground. Ball comes down his right-hand side to Lukey Ruiz, and he puts a grubber kick through. Harry Douglas collects it about 28 metres out from his 18 metres out from his own line. Easy as you like, and he runs and makes a good 15 metres before he's tackled. Ball goes to Marcus Marsh, and he gets to his own 40. That was a good tackle by Tommy Mann. One-on-one directly in front. Here's Cameron Savage again. The go forward is really good by the Tigers. The defence have to start meeting them at the advantage line, I reckon. Here's Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter goes wide, and he gives the ball out to, I can't see who that is. There's a penalty nevertheless. Corey Martin's found a penalty. I think that was, not sure who that was, boys. That was Tyler Campbell. That's who it was, out wide, who took that ball up. But they got him. Corey Martin got them all for being offside, the Devils. So here's the pressure. Can the Tigers make the most out of this brand new set of 6, Reggie?
Oh, they're going to have to do something, mate. It's definitely, it's been a slow game at the moment. So yeah,
It's been a real arm wrestle. It's been a real arm wrestle. Here's Savage. He takes the ball forward. He's tackled just inside the Denman 20, directly in front. Plenty of options out to the left here. Here's Benny Clark out the back to Loom 4 onto Ewan Bartholomew, and he passes the ball to Hayden Bell, who's juggled it and dropped it. And Luke Ruiz has got the ball, and Luke Ruiz picks it up, and he's made his way out to his own 30, a couple of metres in from touch. Jackson Ball let off there for the Devils, Reggie. They've swung it wide early, the Tigers, and unfortunately they just the ball found its way to the ground. Here's Gretchy juggling it out, jumps out and he gives it to Scrimger, who gets up over his own 40. Here's Gretchy again, runs from dummy half and he's swung to the ground by Jason Hovey, absolutely skull dragged down, but he unloaded it to Isaac McCormick, and Isaac McCormick gets up over halfway, a couple shy of the 40. Out the back to Dylan Thorne, who's on early, and he runs forward and he's hit by 3 of the Tigers really hard. One of them there is, who's that? Cameron Savage. Wanted to go on with a little bit, but nevertheless he got up and played the ball. Here's Jacob Ellis. He gets the ball out to Jordan Mulheron, and it's the last. They're inside Aberdeen's 30. Options will be good here. Luke Roos puts a high bomb up. Harry Douglas shouldn't have any issues with this whatsoever. He does! He dropped it cold as a spud, poor old Duggo. Benkovic was bearing down on him at a rate of knots, and Harry uncustomally, I thought generally Harry's as safe as a bank, Reggie.
Yeah, Harry's always one that you would normally think that would take it cleanly, a bit like Will Newenhouse, but just one of them moments.
Well, the only way it can be seen as a failure is if Denman score. So they've had some issues in the past trying to score. They've had a full set of 6. They're going to have one here right now from a scrum feed, 10 out. Long ball from Luke Roos out to Dan Ellis. Dan Ellis throws that look forward to me, boys. Knocked down by Jesse McLean. That was really, really ordinary. That could have been ruled forward. Liam Anderson on the other side, I absolutely expected him to come to call that then and say that was a forward ball from Jacob Ellis to Geordie Mulheron. That they got away with that, but now they're going to have another set of 6. I don't know why this thing is, Reggie, that they feel that they have to score off every tackle. They've got to be patient. We spoke about it last week. I think we spoke about it every week. Nevertheless, scrum feed goes to Denman. Jacob Ellis gives a short pass on to Zach Webb. He's tackled by Jason Hovey. 10 out from the Tigers line. Ball goes to Scrimger. He goes forward and he's hitting a good tackle by Marcus Marsh. Bounced off, but he came again. Hovey's in there also, and he's wrestled the ball down forward, and he's lost it in transit about a metre out. Ball's picked up in his own in goal by Ewell Bartholomew, and he's tackled. He's out to the 10-metre line, and Isaac McCormick finished him off. Here's Liam Forum. He loves charging at that defensive line. He's done it exceptionally well over many weeks now. He'll fight for that penalty. He nearly got one. Here's Hovey off a short run-off and gets up over the advantage line. Good tackle around the legs by Scrimger. Gretch over the top with Dylan Thorne. Here's Ben Clark. He goes forward. Good tackle by Gretchy. Didn't fall for those couple of dummies. This defensive set has to be good, but in saying that, Aberdeen, their go-forward's been brilliant. Here's Ewan Bartholomew looking for a 40-20. He's kicked a ball down. This is going to be a 40-20. And Zach Webb, they didn't see that coming, Reggie. Ewan Bartholomew jumped out from dummy half, and this is a great 40-20 kick by Ewie, and they did not see that coming at all. The winger was up, and also...
I've just said, keep going.
The winger was up, and also Webby just couldn't get to that ball, so it's going to be a Aberdeen tap restart, 10 metres out from the Denman line. Who's got it? Taylor Pryor taps it, gives it on to Jason Hovey, goes forward, his leg speed and drive, post-contact has always been sensational, gets up and plays the ball. A long pass out to Marcus Marsh, out the back to Ewie Bartholomew, he shows it and goes, he tries, he gets out of 1, he gets out of 2, he's just short, 1 or 2 metres shy of the line, he didn't get that ball to his outside runners. Here's Travis Bateman, I think, it's Cameron Savage. Savage charges at the line, held up there by 2 good tacklers from the Denman club. Pressure's right on. Ball out wide to Marcus Marsh. Marcus Marsh goes straight through Dylan Thorne as if he wasn't there. He comes forward to Jacob Ellis. I think that might be the last. No, it's the 4th. Gets up and plays the ball. Goes down that short right-hand side. Onto Dylan Porter. He charges forward. He kicks it, puts it through. Logan Ellis cleans it up, and I think he's dragged back into his own in goal. It's a repeat set to the Aberdeen Tigers. Line drop out. Pressure's right on the Devils now, Reggie.
Yeah, they've got to aim up right now. This is it. This is where they're at. The Tigers are really dangerous in this part of the field, and especially off a dropout. Watch for the setup, and then watch for Liam Forum to work a short side play with a long ball.
Just got a message from Kurt Stallworthy, safety first commentator there, Paul. I haven't got a clue what he's talking about. He'll need to clarify himself, Stalky.
I'm about to throw it because something's going wrong from this other side of it, from the computer side of it, and I'm getting SMSs and it's really starting to shit me. I'll be honest with you.
Well,
I've got to make sure it's sounding good on the camera
I
and good in this side
can
of it.
barely hear myself now. I heard myself earlier.
Yeah, but you're sounding screaming on that camera.
Well, I've got to hold the mic down. It's 0-0 here. We had 15 minutes of play in the round 9 clash between Aberdeen and Denman. Ball from the line dropout. Cameron Savage taking all day to pick this ball up. He charges at the line. He picked it up just shy of the 50-metre line, the halfway line. He gets up over the Denman 40. There's going to be another penalty there, all the way over him, Cameron Savage. And Bengalla appeals that he didn't have hold of him. Nevertheless, Corey Martin ruled otherwise. Liam Forum takes a kick for touch, and now he's going to find himself about 15 metres out from the Denman line. Taylor Pryor is going to take the tap, restart. Pressure right on the Devils here. Goes to Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter goes to Tyler Campbell. Unloads it back. Gives it on to Marcus Marsh, on to Liam Forum. Pressure's right on. He goes himself out the line. He's hitting a good tackle by Gretchen. Also McCormick. They're only 5 out. Dummy half goes out to Huey Bartholomew. Steps off left. Looks for out wide. They're standing there looking at him. They've got to move up off the advantage line and take him early. They're only a couple of metres out, Huey. Dummy half, Ben Clark, short pass. No, he goes behind to Liam Forum. Out to Dylan Porter. Plenty of room out wide. Goes to Tyler Campbell, and Campbell gets the ball, and he's monstered out there by Geordie Mulheron, I believe. Here's Taylor Pryor at dummy half. Gets up and plays the ball 10 out. He goes himself from dummy half. He runs forward. He trips, but he goes forward again. He's nearly over the line there. Tommy Mann's doing his best to hold him up, and he's joined by another player there, which is Dylan Thorne. Gets up and plays the ball. Out the back to Dylan Porter. On to Foran goes out the back to Huey Bartholomew, gives it into the hands of Dan Rees. He's intercepted it. It went to ground again. That outside work there by the Aberdeen boys, they just can't be cohesive right now, and there's some issues out there as well. Dan Rees picks the ball up. Now his brother's tackled just shy of the halfway. Another let-off for the Devils. It's 0-0 here in the round 9 clash. 22 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Gretsch onto short pass onto Benkovic. He goes to the defence. He juggled it a little bit, but he regained it, and he's hitting a good tackle by Marsh and Savage. Gretsch onto Ellis. Jacob, that is. Inside ball to Thorne. Onto Luke Ruiz, who's dancing around. He didn't go too far, but a little bit. There's a late tackle there by Ben Clark. That should have been a penalty. It is. I thought he was held, and then Ben Clark came in and belted him, and he lost the ball. You could say it was a loose carry. Probably should have done better to hang on to it. Nevertheless, there's a penalty there, Reggie. Right in front, 21 metres out from the Aberdeen line.
Take the 2.
Here's Dylan Thorne, though. They've took the tap, and Gretsch has passed it on. Great tackle around the legs by Cameron Savage, let me tell you. Here's Gretchy from dummy half. Scoots out onto Scrimgeour, but it was forward. He got that one. That it looked flat. Flat at best. Could have went either way, I reckon, Reggie.
Yeah, it definitely went forward. It was a flick pass, but as he was falling, he had his arm the wrong way and flicked it out. It went about a metre forward.
So that was either the second or the third tackle.
See,
I think it was the second tackle. And this has been an issue now for 9 weeks, and they've just got to really get their set plays and structure happening. Better than that. Here's Taylor Pryor off the scrum base, long pass out to him, and he was full of running, but he was tackled well by Tommy Mann and Jacob Ellis. Just shy of their own 20. Here's Campbell. Campbell goes forward. He unloads on one. Good tackle there by Dylan Thorne. He tries to get up quickly and play it. Dylan Porter, dummy half, onto Foran, and Foran comes on, gives it on to number 15. I don't know who number 15 is, Reggie. Is that that's Travie Bateman?
Yeah,
It's Travis Bateman, Pardo?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. I thought it looked like Travis. My apologies, Travis. They're going to have a scrum feed, another good possession handover to the Devils on Aberdeen's 40. Centre field, what can they do this time? Someone needs to open the gates right now. Scrum feed to Luke Ruiz, out to Zach Webb, and Webb goes forward, and he comes to, he unloads again in pressure. Here's Jacob Ellis. He showed and goed. He found a half gap, and he went forward, and he's tackled out there well by Huey Bartholomew. At the moment, there's no fullback at home for the Tigers. They're 12 metres out, and there's a penalty again, stripped in the tackle. Who's he saying did that? Number 12 for the Tigers is Richie Graham. He's a quick tap. Jacob Ellis gets it on to Gretsch, gets it on to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne looked to tip it on, but he goes himself. He's still good post-contact meters by Thorne. Finds himself about 4 metres out from the Tigers' line, just next to the uprights. Here's Gretsch on to Benkovic. Benkovic out the back to Luke Ruiz. He steps off his left. Again, steps off his left. He goes back into where that last play the ball was. He flicked past it out to Adam Gretsch. It gets it on to Jacob Ellis, and Jacob Ellis goes over the line. Has he put it down, I think? No, he's going to say he's held up. Great tackle out there. Who was that from the Tigers?
I'm just trying to see it. Just trying to see that he's getting up slow off the ground.
I have a feeling that was Taylor Pryor. Taylor Pryor, who's played in the centres out there. I thought that was a try for all money, and great speed shown by Jacob Ellis. He believed in himself, and I think that's all you need, Jacob, is to start trusting your speed, mate, and you will do it. Here's Gretschy, restart on to Nathan Barry, that is, big number 14. No, it's Jamie Carter. Jamie Carter's only just shy off that tap restart. Gretsch out the back to Luke Ruiz. Luke Ruiz out the back to Zach Webb. There's some players standing still. He gives a flick pass back into Dan Ruiz, who was standing still, but he needed to be in motion. They find themselves about 5 metres out from the Tigers' line. Good defence at the moment by the Tigers. Gretsch out to Luke Ruiz, out the back pass to Dylan Thorne. He's trying to work his way over. It's the last already. Only a metre short. Gretsch at dummy half. What's he going to do? Little chip forward. He goes for, he chips it forward. Now they're going to have an overlap from Ewan Bartholomew's pick up. He cleanly picked it up. They're out on the attack. There's great come out by the Aberdeen Tigers, and they find themselves out from Harry Douglas on to Hayden Bell. Denman's defence is all over the shop now. They're going to spread it wide early. Dylan Porter onto, who's that? Not Taylor Pryor, I think. Not sure. They're just shy of halfway. Ball goes to Dylan Porter now. Gives an inside ball onto Taylor Pryor. He's up over the halfway line. He's actually over the 40-metre line. You're going to play the ball 35 out from the Devils' line. Ball goes on to Campbell. Campbell on to Marsh. And Marsh goes forward. He hits the line. Good tackle there by Thorne. They're only 29 metres out centre field from the Denman line. Ball goes out to Liam Forum. He can do anything. Little fake kick, but then he gives it on. He tips it on again, unloads it again to Tyler Campbell, and Campbell spills it 10 out from the Devils' line. It's a comedy of errors right now, Reggie. Fair income.
Mate, it is. It's a joke. It's what happened down here is I can't believe that I just witnessed it. Hayden Bell's made the break and passed it to a recovery. What happened was young Harry Douglas had a covering defender already coming across to cover him, and he passed it to him. You draw and pass. And so then we've ended up back down here, and they've done great play all the way down there, and then just trying to push the passes. Draw and pass when you're in the clear. Don't. Young Harry Douglas would have got around the outside then, and it would have been a fair foot race.
I'll tell you what, Reggie, the clock over there is showing 40 minutes. I think there was 19 minutes to go in this clash here today, but neither side, fair income, neither side wants to score right now because it's an absolute comedy of errors, and the impatience shown by both sides in working the ball out is quite ridiculous. And I'm being kind, fair income being kind. Here's Denman on the attack. They give the ball on to Benkovic, and he goes at the defensive line, gets up to his own 35 before he's hit by Dylan Porter. Ball goes down that short left. Ball goes out to Dylan Thorne, who then gives the ball on to Logan Ellis. Not a lot of ground made, but he good quick play the ball. Here's Geordie Mulheron, gets up from dummy half, and he gets up over the halfway line. It's the last tackle. They need a repeat set, but, well, there you go. A penalty for an infringement, a leg pull, Corey Martin is calling it. Well, what can they do with this set of 6, Reggie? Can they finally score, or one team needs to score? Fair income, it looks like they're just, both teams look very...
Once again, that was a
very hesitant. They're just not, they're not being patient. Here's Geordie Mulheron off the tap restart, and he makes his way 15 metres out, 10 in from touch from the Tigers' line. They're all offside out here in this back line. Nevertheless, the ball goes to Luke Ruiz on to Benkovic, and he's hitting a good front-on tackle by Campbell. I don't know if that ball was meant for him then, but he took it and held onto it well. 20 out. Here's Jamie Carter. Good tackle by Tyler Campbell and finished off over the top by Foz. And they're 12 metres out centre field again. Here's Isaac McCormick. I'd love to see Isaac running the ball. On to Dan Rees. What a great tackle that was by Harry Douglas, who read the situation well and came in off his wing. They're going to pull the game up here now because Isaac McCormick is down injured, 9 metres out from the Tigers line. Can they regroup and put some sort of set play on?
Just trying to see if anything's set out there by the referee.
I think both teams are tied, if you ask me, mate. Dan Rees is going to play this ball when he is issued by Corey Martin. Isaac McCormick, I think he got winded. He might have got belted in the ribs there, Isaac McCormick, but he's on his haunches now, slowly getting up. A little bit of magic water. He might have just copped a little leg injury, but he's getting back into the line. Just needs a little bit of magic water there. He's fine. I'd love to see Isaac McCormick on the boil because he's a better runner than standing and receiving it flat. Here's the restart. Gretsch, long pass out to Luke Ruiz. Equally long pass out to Dylan Thorne, centre field. He charges up and he's inside the 10. It's the last tackle. They need a repeat again. Long pass out to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis gets the ball on to Geordie Mulheron. It's knocked down by Jesse McLean. What's he going to call? He's going to call a knock-on to Denman. First offence. Jesse McLean knocked it on secondly. So it's going to be an Aberdeen scrum feed, 10 out from their own line. 15. No, it's a straight changeover. But once again, that set of 6 amounted to nothing.
Well, once again, Jesse went for that intercept, as we've seen on numerous occasions here. If he doesn't, it's a 50-50 call. That could have been another repeat set.
Why isn't there some Engel runners coming?
Look at that for a pass.
Why isn't there some Engel runners out there when Jacob gets the ball? It's just long pass after long pass. They've got to mix it up a little bit. Get some forwards out there running some lines and hitting some lines and running and putting the defence in 2 minds. That's a strip. No,
that was a strip.
Benkovic was on top of Liam Forum. I thought there was hands in the ruck there, but Corey Martin's seen it otherwise. Liam Forum is absolutely blowing up Deluxe.
Without a doubt, that was stripped. You saw fire, and he should. That's what I was about to say. Why is a halfback taking front rower hit-ups like that? He's done it for the past couple of weeks, but there was no one going forward. Foran's done that. Yeah, there was a struggle with the ball, but it was ripped out.
He's given Lockie Ballard an absolute spray, I think, Liam, and saying how could he not see that? But
yeah,
I saw it up here. There was hands in there. I don't know if it was a clean pull-out, but there was definitely hands in the ruck. And to Liam's credit, he's the only one going forward at the moment for the Tigers. Here's Logan Ellis out off the scrum feed. The ball went through 2 sets of hands, and he's belted 28 metres out, 10 in from touch by Taylor Pryor. That was dumb. What did Taylor Pryor do? He went up to play the ball, grabbed his jumper and pulled Logan Ellis down. Anyway, the comedy and circus goes ahead. Liam Forum gets on to Tommy Mann. I think he tried to strip the ball, but Corey Martin has called a set play here. Liam Forum come in with was that a swinging arm or just a little bit of a trying to knock the ball out of Tommy Mann's hands?
No,
anyway,
massive attempt of a swinging arm.
It's a Denman penalty. They're 15 out. Here's Jamie Carter going at the line. He comes straight into Marcus Marsh. And who's the other guy there, mate? But it was a great tackle there. Here's Gretsch. Gretsch gives the ball to Dylan Thorne. A little bit flat, everyone. They need to score off this set of 6. How many times can they get down here and it come to nothing? Gretsch at dummy half on to Luke Ruiz. I'd love to see them running a little bit more. He's trying to score. He's over. Lukey Ruiz. He's just shy. Gretsch at dummy half. There's plenty of runners there, but they're all flat. It goes to Dylan Thorne, who he just collected it standing still, and he was belted straight away. Good tackle by Cameron Savage. Gretsch goes from dummy half.
He's got down.
Under the post. Gretsch scores the easiest of tries. I say the easiest of tries. The easiest option out of every single play that they've had was go from dummy half, and they finally put a try on the board. Liam Forum is remonstrating with Corey Martin. He's absolutely blowing up Deluxe.
Get it. His microphone's turned off at the moment, Corey. So, look, Liam Forum, for all money, that ball was stripped, and I was about to call Adam Gretsch from dummy half just then. The numbers were there. They were looking out wide, and
something had to give because both sides have had their opportunities and nothing has happened in so far. We have got 11 and a half minutes to go in this round 9 Bengalla Group 21 clash, and the first points of the day or in the first grade game have just been scored by Gretsch under the post. Luke Ruiz is going to attempt right in front, 10 out, to convert this try.
Do you see what I'm saying about individual players that get frustrated though? Like,
Oh, mate.
that was foreign. He got the ball stolen. He's given the touch judge.
And went in over there.
And then went in over there and done the swing and arm that gave away the penalty.
Yeah.
We're here. This is where individual players need to, keep that frustration, but do it physically, but not stupidly. Like,
Big Semi-Fit Simmons is on. That's who that big fella out there. He made a couple of really good tackles there on the line earlier.
Tyler Pryor thinking.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I was watching on the TV monitor.
Well, I'm glad you saw it because I did see it, but I didn't want to comment any further. But here's the restart. Both sides, I don't know if it's impatience, Reggie, or they're just, some really poor options, mate. Here's off the kick restart, and Jacob Ellis fielded it, gives the ball to Dylan Thorne, who runs into the defensive line and then unloads to Jacob Ellis. There's these real pressure passes that are happening. Both sides just don't seem to be playing some structures in their set plays. And look, lo and behold, have a look at that if you can see it. Gretschy's went to a quick play the ball, pick it up, and he's fumbled it, mate. So the pressure's back on the Denman boys.
Yep.
Aberdeen are going to have a scrum feed, 25 metres out, nearly in front, with just under 10 minutes to go in this clash here today up here at Aberdeen.
Where there's a will too, with the jumpers being auctioned after the game, I think,
Yep.
for both teams.
Yeah. Anyway, Denman on the attack. This is what happened to Aberdeen on the attack. This is what happens to Denman quite regularly. They score a try and then give it straight back. Here's Liam Foran. Steps in. No, he doesn't. He's hitting a good tackle by Webb. 20 out directly in front. Here's the ball come down this left-hand side. Fitzsimmons goes forward. And he's tackled 10 out. Ball goes quickly out to Marcus Marsh. Marcus Marsh dummies. He goes himself. He's hitting a good tackle there. He got it away to Huey Bartholomew. He's going to try and score. He's trying to swivel over. He's lost it in the play of the ball. He's knocked it forward, Huey. That was nearly a try for all money.
Yeah. Great step there by Huey Bartholomew, and he just was trying extra hard to reach out for that ball, and I'd say with a bit of impact.
He's lost it over the line. That's why it's a 20-metre tap. A let off there for the Devils. Gretsch is going to have the tap restart. He gives it on to Dan Ruiz, and Ruiz goes straight at the Aberdeen defence. Really good tackle by Ben Clark and Tyler Campbell. Gretsch at dummy half gets it on to Benkovic, who goes at the defence, and he's hitting another good front-on tackle. There's a couple of players coming in there. Really good tackle there. Who's number 12? Richard Graham. Ball goes down that short left-hand side. Benkovic's a bit winded, I feel. Here's Dylan Thorne. He's got spiders on him. He gets to the halfway line. The Denman boys were falling off him everywhere. The Aberdeen boys were falling off him everywhere. Here's Gretsch. Gets up and plays it. Gets it on to Zach Webb, and he's about 41 metres out. The game looks a bit flat right now. Gretsch down this left-hand side onto Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis fancies himself, but Corey Martin has ruled them all offside out on that short blind.
No, markers weren't square.
Is that yes? That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Well, he certainly plays by the book. Corey Martin, I'll give him that much. He blew a scrum penalty last week. It surprised Bomber Jones, but realistically, he's not scared to blow the whistle. Corey Martin.
That's an 8-2 penalty count in favour of Denman at the moment.
And they've only scored one try, so there you go. Here's the ball, Jamie Carter off the tap restart. He gets up inside the Aberdeen 20, finds himself about 12 metres out. Ball goes to Tommy Mann. Tommy Mann charges forward. He steps one way. He's lost it. Loose carry there. And who's that with the ball? Oh, that is Travie Bateman. Travie Bateman gets the ball. This Travie Bateman hasn't got any legs. About 3 tackles are trying to go high. He shrugged them all off, and Dylan Thorne finally gets him 35 metres out. There's a push and shove going on. Nevertheless, Ewan Bartholomew now drops the ball in the tackle. It's retrieved by Jamie Carter.
They're just
this comedy of errors, Reggie. Fair income. What is the error count between both sides?
I'm going to have to look at that stat after your half time. But no, that's just ridiculous. That was just a simple carry of the ball too by Huey.
But did you see the drop ball earlier over here? Travis Bateman got the ball. He had dead set spiders on him, and he goes forward. And how many players tried to tackle him high around the shirt? Have you seen the size of Travis Bateman? Yeah. You're not going to go high on him. You've got to get him low. Denman with the ball now. Liam Foran is frustrated player right now. You can see him. He's trying to be in every tackle, and he's making every tackle count. He picks him Zach Webb up, but he unloaded to Dan Ruiz, and then he's in that tackle again. He's trying to lead by example, Liam Forum. Ball goes out the back to Luke Ruiz, out the back to Jacob Ellis. There's an angled runner. On to Geordie Mulheron. He dummies. He goes himself. I thought he was giving it to Logan Ellis, but he scores in the corner. From 25 metres out, Denman has scored their second try. I thought he'd unloaded that ball to Logan Ellis, but he dummied and went himself, and they fell for it hook, line and sinker.
And for the 60th time this year, Jesse McLean went for the intercept and left that unmarked man, dummy pass. Then the centre had to move up. And, wide. I mean, I'd just love to have to chat to Jesse and say, go back to your normal football, mate. Defensively is where you're strong. The past few weeks, what we've seen is him go for intercepts.
5.5 minutes to go. 5.5 minutes to go here on the Bengalla Group 21 score line. And it is 10-0. Kick to come from Luke Ruiz. And he's going to be kicking probably from about 25, 30 out. Only a couple of metres in from touch. So it's very difficult indeed. Reggie, what do you make so far of all these errors, mate? Dead set. I don't think I've seen a game. Well, I didn't see that game last night.
It takes me back to last night. It just, I
haven't seen a game this year with so many errors in it in the first half, mate. I've got to say that right now, this is the most error-riddled game I've seen all season.
Yeah, look, I can't fathom some of the decisions they're making for a first-grade team, both sides. The flick passes that, Gretchy does there, forward pass, if it's not on, don't do it. Why are we pushing it?
Why have we got into our mindset lately that when you're hit by 2 or 3 tackles, your first option is to try and unload it out the back of your hands, mate? I just don't get it.
That's good kick.
Oh, that's kick from Dan Ruiz, from Luke Ruiz from the sideline, I should say. It is 12-0 to the Denman Devils with, by the time this kick restart happens, it'll be under 4 minutes to go here in this round 9 clash, Reg. What's this 12-0 scoreline doing for Aberdeen? Surely Aberdeen cannot come out in this second half and be this poor.
Yeah, well, you'd think that Shane Hasselman could, but you've got to look at it. They've got a number of players there. You look at Steve Hinchins and the Hamish Wolf. Hoogs. They've got 6 or 7 players out, but that's no excuse. These players that have got the opportunity here should be putting their hand up to compete for that position.
Well,
at the moment, they're not.
Aberdeen have got a strong reserve grade side, so it's not as if they're lacking depth at all. But nevertheless, the errors that they're having right now is really uncustomary.
Do you know what I'd bring into the game now if I'm Aberdeen? And he's not even on the bench. Sean Millwood.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they can't bring him in out of the grandstand, Rich.
But that's what I mean. That's a player that can change a game in these type of things. Why wouldn't you have him on the bench? I'm looking down there.
Well, Shawnee's knees aren't the greatest, but anyway, he's Denman. I think it's the 4th tackle. They've burrowed it out so far. They're just shy of halfway. Here's Luke Ruiz. He gives a ball out to an angled runner in scrimger. He's going to get up on the last and play it from the halfway line. Gretsch jumps out a dummy half and he puts a little kick forward and it goes to Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas shrugs off Gretchy, who come at him hard, but number 14 Jamie Carter was there and Duggo gets up and plays on his own 20. Here's the first pass and the receiver is Jesse McLean. He darts around and gets out to about 25 metres out from his own line. Huey Bartholomew at dummy half pushed off a really poor attempt by Scrimger and makes another 15 metres. Good tackle around the legs there by Thorne and Gretsch over the top. Ball goes to Marcus Marsh. He gets up over halfway easy and then tries that flick pass that I've just spoke about. Geordie Mulheron juggled it, but he caught it on his way to ground. No one jumped on him. No one jumped on him to tackle him.
He put a hand on him. I'm watching it on the monitor.
Well, mate,
he's on the ground. All you have to do is put a hand on him. That's what Marcus Marsh did.
I'm telling you what Corey Martin told him. He said, play on. I thought Marcus Marsh put his hand on the back.
Yeah, he did.
Nevertheless, Denman are on the attack here now. Josh Scrimger with the ball, gets up over the 30, 25 out from the Tigers line. Gretsch from dummy half, he jumps out, gives the ball on to Luke Ruiz, on to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis, they're a little bit flat, but he comes back to the open. Jacob Ellis gives it back to Benkovic down this short right inside. Short pass on to Dan Ruiz, who gets to the 10. He's hitting a good tackle again. Harry Douglas had to come in and clean it up. Hayden Bell was there as well. Ellis at dummy half. Long pass out to Luke Ruiz. Little ball, I thought he was going to kick it. He juggles and dances around. He gets around Richard Graham. He's going to that sideline. Hitting a great front on tackle by Taylor Pryor. He's belted him sideways. Here's Logan Ellis at dummy half. On to Geordie Mulheron. Puts a little grubber kick through and it goes straight over the dead ball line. Geordie, you are banned from grubber kicks for the rest of the season.
Don't worry, I took away Jake Hardy's kicking licence last night and then he redeemed himself with a great piece of play. So be careful, we might have put the commentator's curse on him.
Well, look at the Aberdeen side, Reggie.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've got a
Aberdeen side, why didn't someone tell Denman just play through the set and try and get a decent repeat? Because Aberdeen right now are out on their legs. They are gone. Here's big Fitzy. Fitzy goes forward. He gets to his own 30s, monstered in a three-man tackle. Thorne, Benkovic and Gretsch gets up and plays the ball. Options left and right. Ben Clark gives it on to Marcus Marsh. And Corey Martins, what's he found there? An incorrect play the ball. He said he just played tunnel ball with it. He didn't even attempt to put his foot on it. That's what Corey Martin's saying. And Liam Foran is blowing up deluxe.
Can't actually get him, Corey. You've done it again to us, mate. You're not standing there, folk, looking at us.
Nevertheless.
Learn your lesson. They're taking the shot for goal now.
Yeah, they're about 32 metres out directly in front. So, Reggie, you've got to ask right now, what is this frustration going to do for the Aberdeen side? It's nearly half time. We're about 10 seconds from half time. The siren's going to go, so they're going to go into the sheds 12-0 at the very least.
Well, Foran busted himself down here and used most of his energy and then came back to this wing for a breather. Without a doubt, he's frustrated, and it was a poor decision for the strip on him. And then we've got that decision down there just then when we'll look back. And if a player's on the ground, you put your hand on him, he's deemed a tackle.
Yeah. Here it is. Luke Roos moves in, cupits the ball straight between the posts. It's 14-0, and they're going to go to the half-time break with a handy lead. 2 converted tries, and that extra 2 makes it 14 for the Denman Devils. And I can tell you what this game right now, Reggie, I can remember going up there and we called a game for the Scone Aberdeen game, and Liam Forum in the last 15, 20 minutes of that game, Scone were leading quite convincingly, and Liam Forum, I think, was taking 2 and 3 hit-ups every set of 6, and he's doing his very, very best to try and spark something in this Aberdeen side, but it's not working right now.
But the problem we've got is it's coming through that. See, if I catch that. So that's why it's picking up everything.
Go down and tell them where to go. Well, don't swear at them, bro, but just tell them that they need to stop banging the doors and belt and stuff, mate.
This laptop's coming straight through. How about we take it out? Right up in there. I'll give this going a little. Straight down there. We're just going to have to use my laptop for it until we get it sorted. You can have a few at home.
Are we back ready to go?
Yeah, I've started. Just apologise. I mean, it started right now. We just have to apologise that it's coming through the laptop playing that, all new equipment, the laptop. I need to get my laptop back. So go live, you can start now, and I'm just going to duck downstairs quickly. So
hurry up.
Speed your head off. We'll blow it otherwise. I'll mute mine.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
How's that?
Go.
Well, welcome back. We're all good, but welcome back. We've got some technical issues with MixLR, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so it's probably not ideal right now. The quality of listening. Reggie's doing his utmost to get it all sorted. But it's 14-0 here in favour of the Denman Devils over the Aberdeen Tigers. A lot of work to do, the Tigers, because they've been their own worst enemies on the back of a very, very one-sided penalty count in Denman's favour. But here's the kick restart. 40 minutes to go, and let's see if they can pick it up. Ball goes all over the shop at the moment, and Huey Bartholomew collects it off the kick restart, and he gets out to about 18 metres out from his own line. Long ball out to Marcus Marsh. He loves standing wide and hitting that Sioux defender, and he runs straight into the arms of Dylan Thorne. and hold him down. He's looking for that strong tackle call, but nevertheless, he gets up and plays it onto Dylan Porter. Out there to Richard Graham. And Richard Graham, I think that ball hit his knee, but he got it again. He went and had another grab. No damage done. Dylan Thorne, the tackler again. Ball goes to Tyler Campbell, and Campbell gets the ball and he goes forward. Good tackle there by Benkovic and Dylan Thorne. Ball goes out wide. Shocking pass from dummy half. He gives it on to Fitzsimmons, and Big Sam gets the ball. It's the last tackle that their own 40, the Aberdeen boys. Here's Liam Foran, puts a kick, midfield bomb straight down the throat of Zach Webb, who collects it 18 metres out from his own line, centre field. He charges forward and he goes straight into the arms of Tyler Campbell, and good tackle there also by Benny Clark. Ball go not Benny Clark, and that was Huey Collins. My apologies, Huey. Denman, 5 shy of halfway. Jackson Ball was that runner there. Here's the ball to Scrimger. Scrimger runs forward. Really good run. He gets up over halfway. Good tackle by Marsh, and Campbell over the top. Ball goes down here now to Dylan Thorne. He dummies, goes himself. He comes to the Aberdeen defence. He runs into, who was that? Taylor Pryor. Pushed him off. No, it was Richard Graham. Here's Jacob Ellis out from dummy half. Tries to find half a gap. Really, he's shut down well by Taylor Pryor. Gets up. It's the last tackle. Gone to Gretsch. Gretsch puts a high bomb up. It doesn't go too far forward. It goes more across field. They're all under it, the Aberdeen Tigers. It's juggled by Liam Foran, who jumps out of the air and collects it. He said, no one else is having a go. I'll have a go, and that he does. That's what he does best, Foz. He gets the ball now, and they play it. Ball goes out there, and then Harry Douglas scoots from dummy half, beats one with sheer speed, and he gets up over the 30, about 35 metres out from his own line, centre field, onto Marcus Marsh again, and Marsh gets the ball. He brings it forward, just shy of halfway, centre field, foreign at dummy half, onto Campbell. He's full of running. He goes straight past him. It's the last already. Dylan Thorne just grabbed him by the jumper and dragged him down. Comes out to this short right-hand side. Dylan Porter puts a torpedo bomb up. Zach Webb under it. Juggles it. McLeod goes backward. It's cleaned up by Aberdeen. What's he saying, Corey Martin? Double knock on?
Most definitely a double knock on there, mate. What a sloppy it was. There was a knock on him and play the ball down there when I was downstairs too, and he didn't pick it up. So.
Well, this might be the little trigger that Aberdeen are looking forward into put themselves on the map right now, because it's going to be a scrum feed to Aberdeen. They're going to have options left and right. It's centre field, 10 out, directly in front. That ball in the air did not look comfortable for Zach Webb at all.
Well, it was a wobbly kick. It was a great kick.
Here's Dylan Porter with the feed. Liam Foreman's dead set, going to come down this right-hand side, and here it does it. Here's Liam Foreman, goes to the defence. He takes him on. He's still going forward. Good tackle in the end by Jacob Ellis. He gets up, play the ball. Ball goes to Ben Clark, and Ben Clark shoots it for the line. He's trying to score. He does. No, he's just shy. Liam Foreman, dummy half. He'll go himself. No, he won't. He gets the ball out to Dylan Porter. Short pass on to Bateman, and Bateman charges. Is that Cameron Savage, I should say?
No, that was Travie Bateman. Mr. Fix-It, I
Travie Bateman is virtually unstoppable from that close to the line.
You can put him in any position. I'll tell you that. You could nearly put him at fullback and he'll deliver a job for you, Travis Bateman.
Absolutely. Well, early points to the Tigers. We've only had 4 minutes of play.
That's positive signs, but like I said, it's still sloppy. I was just down there talking to a few.
They might have got to spray at half time, mate.
I was talking to a few Aberdeen old boys and a Denman old boy, and the quality of football from both sides, they're both saying this is rubbish. And for first grade, is it the fact you brought it up? A player's going to sit back now and go, we're going to make the top 4 anyway. I think, honestly, if I'm a coach right now after this weekend and a few performances, I'm dropping players to say your position isn't safe.
Well, there's 6 weeks to go before the semi-finals.
He has to do it.
If people don't want to lift and stay focused in a 4-team competition, they may be better off on the sideline. Hayden Bell's going to move in and try and convert this try. He does so from about 18 metres out, has no trouble whatsoever. It is 14 points to 6. We're going to have under 35 minutes to go here in this Bengalla Group 21 round 9 clash up here at Aberdeen.
Where there's a will round too for those people. And what a fantastic weekend.
All the socks look great, don't they?
Well, on a positive, it's been a great weekend for rugby league. It's been fantastic. And well done to Mick Reynolds, Jason Crowther and the organisers.
What a great conversation we had prior to the game with Hilton and Pauline. That was really, really special. Here's Geordie Mulheron with the kick restart. He puts it deep down, and who's that? Liam Foz is going to get the ball, and he hands it off to Fitzy, and Fitzy charges forward, and he gets up over to his own 20. Good tackle by Scrimger. Here's the ball. Aberdeen, they need this more go forward. Marcus Marsh is doing everything he can to take this Aberdeen team forward. That try to the Tigers came off a mistake at fullback by Webby.
Here's Travis Bateman.
Here's Bateman going out wide, and Geordie Mulheron hog ties him to the ground. He tries to get up and have a quick play the ball. He gets to Dylan Porter now. He shows and goes himself, and I thought he was going to give that to Campbell, and he doesn't. But he still wrestles his way to the halfway line. He's going to play it over halfway. Here's Clark from dummy half. Goes to the players there and straight past Jamie Carter before Josh Scrimger gets the ball, and he... The last tackle, and I don't know how much he went on with it, but nevertheless he got a penalty out of it. And here's a repeat set to the Aberdeen side, and Campbell goes forward, and he gets that ball, and what a great run from Campbell. He finds himself 10 metres out. Aberdeen on the attack, short pass to Porter from Foran, and he runs straight into the arms, centre field. Look at Foran, he's barking orders left, right and centre here. Short pass there, Foran goes himself from dummy half. He's going to be hard to stop. He's trying to get a hand free. He's trying to get that ball down. Oh, he doesn't. He's lost it in the tackle.
Yeah, no, they stripped over the try line. Liam Foreman know that is a legal play. In the action of scoring the try, you can strip the ball over the try line. So
what's it going to be, an Aberdeen feed?
Should be a scrum.
Aberdeen scrum?
Should be a scrum feed, unless they've knocked it on in the in-goal area.
No,
that looks like he's claiming that Denman's knocked it on in the momentum of stripping it over the try line. So
this defence now from Denman has to be urgent. They really have to get off that try line and look at the play.
Campbell.
Well, look at the playmakers. Everything's coming from Liam Forum, and he's given it to Travie Bateman or Campbell. And off the line restart, gets it all to big Fitzy, and Fitzy gets the ball 28 metres out. He gets up and plays it on to, who's that, number 15? Huey Collins, and Collins is going to take the ball 20 out from the Devils line. Ball goes out the back to Dylan Porter, inside to Campbell, and Campbell brushes off one. No, Tommy Mann still hangs on to him. He unloads it to Clark. He gets it on to Foran. Foran jinks off his left. He goes himself for him. He's only got the fullback to beat, and he goes over and scores a great try. Well, that was dead set ordinary defence.
That's what he's about. He is a class player, and he's leading this team, but no one else is going forward. Sam Simmons needs a good smack in the back of the head from Liam Foreman saying, that's how you go forward. None of this half-hearted running.
I'm glad you said it.
Well, mate, I'm calling it as I see it, and there is no bodies in motion for Aberdeen at the moment. That wasn't a front row run from Sam Fitzsimmons. He can go for harder than that, but that was just class from Foz.
Well, I just finished saying, Reggie, that the Denman defensive line, this is, again, I've said it all year, this is not rocket science. Everything is originating from Liam Forum right now. Why aren't they focused on calling out, doing more talk in defence, getting up off the line, and every time Liam Forum is going to have the ball in his hand, it has to be urgent.
100%.
It has to be urgent. Don't stand there watching.
I have to tell you, right now I see Paula Dinavalu getting ready to go on with Andrew Pritchard. If I'm Aberdeen, I'm looking at putting Cameron Savage back out there too.
Bell moves in. He's converted that. Now it's 14-12. We have got a game on our hands right now. Jamie Carter's coming off, and Dylan Thorne's off as well. We're going to have Dinavalu and Andrew Pritchard making their way onto the field.
And what a player, Dinavalu. Paul, I'm a big fan of Paul Dinavalu.
He had a full game in reserve grade, Reggie.
Yeah, but like I said, he can go again. He is a quality player. I know they don't turn up to training that often, but you know, you can rely on that man to get out there and do his job.
Dylan Thorne, he's still trying to get his fitness, and it'll come with more match fitness for Dylan. And
how much weight
he will be a better player. I didn't even notice, Reg, to be quite honest. Only you'd pick that up.
I'm just having a joke with you.
Here's the restart. Denman have to, if they're going to try and they're playing like they're trying to protect this lead right now, and instead of doing some real hard work. silly penalty from Josh Scrimger there, right on the last tackle, and it gave Aberdeen that real brand new set of 6. Marcus Marsh takes the ball forward now, as he always does, and he comes into the arms of Pritchard and Bankovic. Ball's out to Porter, onto, who's that? Travie Bateman out wide, standing out wide. Good tackle from Mel Heron and Jacob
That's
Ellis.
a short 10.
Really shy 10, but he took all day to get up and play that ball. Here's Campbell, still shy of halfway, only a metre, centre field. Here's Foran. Foran gets the ball, puts a little stab kick down inside the Denman 20. It's bouncing all over the place. They better get onto it. Logan Ellis really quick to get that ball. Good defence from Jesse McLean and Hayden Bell. Drags Logan Ellis back about 10 metres. Here's Zach Webb. Aberdeen's defence looks urgent. Look, this is the best their line defence has looked for a while. Who's crook out there? Is that Adam Gretsch? No, it's not Gretchy.
I think it might be one of the Rees boys.
No, it's number 10.
Pritchard.
It's Pritchard crook. Here's Benkovic, goes to the line, gets it straight forward and runs into Huey Collins. He's just shy of the 40, gets up and plays the ball. Gretsch tries a 40-20. The ball's going down deep. It's not going to find the sideline, but Huey's going to pick it up about 8 metres out from his own line. He does so. Really good kick. The defence has to be strong here, but as I just said it, who went in high on him?
The kicker, Adam Gretsch. Unfortunately, I was about to give him a rap about being the first one down there to make the tackle, but he's gone high.
Well, that's a breather that they needed, the Tigers. It was a great kick, but they give that penalty away, and Liam Forum's going to find touch now.
Whatever's in that Denman water bottle that just got Pritchard running, I want some of that.
Fair income. That kick, what a good kick from Liam Forum. He kicks it, and he's going to. The tap restart's going to be 5 shy of halfway.
Look at the 10 metres again.
Yeah, that was about 8.
Come on.
Feeding him. What is it with people going high? Can someone just tackle low? He's Foran at dummy half, gives it on to Marsh, who stands out that little fringe play all the time, and he goes forward again. They're inside the Denman half.
They're all
actually 40 out. Foran at dummy half again, on to Ewan Bartholomew, on to Dylan Porter. They looked a bit bunched, but he gives it on to Hovey, who's full of running, and he's taken by Logan Ellis. He still goes forward to big Hovey, drags him down. Jacob Ellis, they come to this short side. Ewan Bartholomew gets the ball. He goes towards the line, and Jacob Ellis drags him to the ground. 10 out now from the Devils line. A try here will put all that good first half work to absolutely nothing. Long ball to Dylan, to Liam Forum, onto Ben Clark, and Ben Clark goes forward. He's only about a metre out from the line. Forum's on the dummy half. Flat pass out to Huey Bartholomew. He's going to try and get it over the line. They've held him up. It's the last.
That's no bad result. I mean, all in all, I would have gone to the left. There was three defenders from Denman.
There was a massive overlap out to the left.
But they tried it. But now, this is where Aberdeen, Hovey and the likes, they don't need to give away a penalty.
Well, Pritchard's down. He's dead set crook, Pritchard.
Yeah, well,
he's copped a knock about 5 minutes ago, and he doesn't look like he's recovering well. Here's Dinafalou with the ball from his own line. Great run from the big fella, and he finds himself centre field, 12 out from his own line. They needed that. Here's Bankovic again off Gretsch. Goes and runs straight into Travis Bateman. Really good tackle there. They drag him backwards. Here's Gretsch from dummy half. He gets it out to Scrimger. He gets up over his own 20, shrugs off one, but keeps going forward. Gretsch at dummy half. Ball out to Jacob Ellis. Flat pass out to Tommy Mann. And Tommy Mann hasn't seen a lot of ball, but he gets out to the 30.
Here comes my man Savage into the game.
Here's Zach Webb. And Zach Webb goes forward. Gets through one, and he comes to Dylan Porter. It's the last 40 out. Here's the ball. Jacob Ellis puts the ball for a midfield bomb. Not a great kick. And Harry Douglas is under it easy as you like. Takes it. And he gets up over his own 40. That was a better run from Harry. He goes forward, and Luke Rees tackles him. Who's that? That's Hayden Bell. Hayden Bell takes the next one. They're inside the Denman 40. Quick play the balls. Here's Jason Hovey. Short run off, but he always gets to the advantage line. And he's taken it. No, he's called it.
You're kidding me.
Well, he got through one tackle and he was on his own.
Pritchard knows Pritchard's got a bit of a smirk. He had hold of the ball and twisted with it and took it with momentum.
Jason Hovey's saying he's pleading his case, Jason Hovey, but...
enough of this, don't you worry. Hit me in the fucking head, that's bullshit.
Jason Hovey's not happy with what happened, but I didn't see it, fellas, to be quite honest. I just saw him go through one tackle and Pritchard
Well, we just heard some interesting...
stripped it, but Hovey wasn't happy either way. So the scrum feed to Denman. They go down that short right-hand side to Webb. Webb runs at the defence and he's tackling a good tackle there. He gets to his own 40, 10 in from touch.
You don't want to be running Jason Hovey right now.
No, here's Joshy Scrimger. He goes forward and he comes into Marcus Marsh with, who's that with him? Benny Clark. Gretsch at dummy half, ball onto Dinafalou, and Dinafalou runs himself. He beats one, he goes forward, really good run. He's just shy of halfway. Leg pull there, got away with it. Gretsch from dummy half goes in behind the ruck, and he trips over as he comes to Jason Hovey. He's up 40 out from the Denman line. Ball goes to Pritchard. Pritchard runs into Hovey, and them two are going to have a set too. Don't worry about that. Hovey's skull drags him, and that's an even upper. Hovey tapped Pritchard on the back and said, well, that's 1-1. Hovey is he's not shy of giving a spray. I'll give you the tip.
Geez, we talked before the match about we've got equipment coming that we'll be able to have a player mic'd up. I haven't spoken to you about this. Cameron Savage
Good
just
luck
said
with that.
he'd like to. He put his hand up. Adam Gretsch said he would. I don't want to be putting it on Jason Hovey.
Have you got a beep button?
Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have the delay though.
Well, there's a turnover there, and Corey Martin's not happy with that scrum food. He wants it done again, and Aberdeen have got the ball 35 out from their own line with the scrum food. Centre fielders options, left and right. They come down to the right-hand side and onto Liam Foran, who runs straight into the arms of Zach Webb. Good one-on-one tackle. There's no fullback at home. Here's Tyler Campbell, and Campbell goes forward. Tommy Mann, and just shy of halfway, and Webby tackle him. He's Foran at dummy half again on to Marcus Marsh. What's his hit-up count, Marcus Marsh, today, Reggie?
I'm just looking at Tom Partridge, and he said he's lost his fingers and toes. He's got none left.
He's just over halfway. Here's Cameron Savage, and Savage gets through the first tackle again. That would have been better straight away there. The first tackle should have went low. Benkovic cleaned him up. Ball goes from Ben Clark. It gets a short little half break to Ewan Bartholomew Donley. Scrimger tackled him. 20 out. It's the last tackle. Ball go to Liam Foran. He'll look for his option. He's put that little chip over the top. Geordie Mulheron watched it and he let it bounce. A little strip by Dylan Porter, but to no avail. He held onto it well. Geordie Mulheron. Yeah, Denman, look, that's a one-on-one strip, and that should be play on. 6 to go. It is. Logan Ellis cleaned it up. Marcus Marsh tried a one-on-one strip, and then they give a penalty away. Logan Ellis and... Now, here's a bit of a Taylor Pryor, Jacob Ellis. There's about 5 of them in there. Geordie Mulheron didn't need to go on with that. Yeah, we don't need that.
No.
We don't need that.
Separate, go behind the line.
Wow.
Go back to the line.
This game is a real fear that this game is going to blow up right
There's
now.
no need for Jacob Ellis to run in there like that.
Well, I think Jacob Ellis was worried that his brother Logan was getting manhandled.
We know Jacob.
I don't think there was any need for. Geordie Mulheron to come in.
I got a penalty. Yeah, for that second effort. Yeah. This is going to be a penalty for a second effort.
So that
Adam, it's your penalty here, mate.
Corey Martin's not going to talk too much about it. If I was Corey Martin right now,
no, we don't.
I'd be calling the captains in right now because this game will
it's
blow
penalty
up.
for the second effort.
This game will blow up.
Yeah, he needs to call him out. Look, I've got to be critical.
Telling you.
I call it as I said. The referees love that when I'm critical.
Look at Jason Hovey ready to go and Cameron Savage. They are really going to go hard here. Here's Tommy Mann with the ball. He goes forward and he hits a good tackle by Campbell. Well, he stepped off his right. Went straight into the arms of Tyler Campbell. That's a short 10. Here's Pritchard again. Long ball out to Benkovic. He's got no runners and he goes himself. He's tackled just shy of halfway. Gets up and plays the ball. On to Luke Ruiz. Luke Ruiz gives an inside ball to Scrimger, who they're up over halfway.
Mr. Fix it there to take the tackle again.
Yep, Ben Clark, and here's Dinafalou. Dinafalou looking for some gaps. He's holding the ball like a baseball, and he gets through one, gets through two. He goes under a high tackle by Cameron Savage. He threw an arm out, and it didn't look good. The penalty's been given. We'll just separate, boys, and get on with it. Separate and get on with it. There's no need for this. This is what happens.
Well, this is where he needs to call both captains out. We've said it.
It's got to happen. He's got to call the captains right now and give them a good tongue lashing because it cannot go on.
No, just a penalty.
Hey, Adam, can I have a chat?
Yeah.
I'll come.
Here we go. Here we go.
100%. Yeah.
Ah, Adam Gretsch, you're too short.
Back up.
Marcus Marsh is in there for all those people.
Let's just play footy.
Corey Martin's trying to calm him down, and I know Gretchy's trying to calm his players down as well.
You take the, or you wouldn't take the 2, 14, 12. They just got to. I guess for Denman, they've got to go error-free football.
He's going to take
the 2.
Well, that might be a smart move in the end. It's a safe move.
21 minutes left. No, like in a grand final, if it's a close match, yeah, but.
Well, it's 14-12, as you said, Reggie. There'll be under 21 minutes to go here in this round 9 Bengalla clash. And
so a try evens it, and then they convert and they're in front. But at the moment, momentum is with Denman, penalty after penalty. You'd at least go down there and try and get a reset. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, their
not a captain.
efforts at repeat sets haven't been great.
Yeah, no. You're the captain, Benko, so what would you do? Would you kick this, honestly?
Well, you know what? It's settled both teams down.
Yeah.
And I think it needed it.
But would you take the points if you were captain in that side right now?
I'd probably still attack.
Yep.
He's
Answer my
Luke
question.
Roos puts the ball over the post. It's 16-12 here, and we'll have under 20 minutes to go in this this round 9 clash here. Reggie, you're going to say something?
Yeah, one thing we've got, and you've highlighted, is usually after they score a try and the points, Denman don't finish the set well. So if they've taken the 2 points now, this needed to be a completed set.
Well, the ball needs to finish in a corner with a boot, with a good kick, because that man that's going to do the kick restart has been, again, just in everything. And surely the flashing light is happening for the Denman side.
Well, that's going to go out.
Really good kick. Oh, and it does, Tommy Mann.
What did I tell you, Dave?
It went sideways on Tommy Mann. Liam Forum fooled everyone. So it's going to be an Aberdeen ball. Right now, it's going to be a scrum feed. 20 metres out, 20 in from touch, the Aberdeen Tigers.
Well, I just heard Clarkey look at Adam Gretsch saying, great decision, captain. So they're obviously talking the same thing down there that what we've been talking.
Well, they just needed to be a little bit urgent, the Denman boys. I mean, you've got to expect the unexpected by Liam Forum. The guy is a magician. Here's the scrum feed out to Liam Forum. Gets it on to Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas stands Dan Reeves up as cool as you like. He's going to go and score over, and he comes around and improves the angle. Sheer speed from Harry Douglas, and he got on the outside of Dan Reeves and just went around him like a fair dinkum flu epidemic.
Well, what did I say before that kickoff? The Denman haven't been great after their kickoffs. They didn't even get a chance. They didn't attack that ball when they saw it dipping at the last moment. Pure class, Harry Douglas. But, again, you're right, that man, Liam Foran, he's instrumental. He's class act and he's directing around the play. But that is what I said, 21 minutes to go. You don't take the kick for goal when you have momentum after that. And that's the lesson for Adam Gretsch, because now he kicks this goal, they're 2 points behind.
You know a bit about maths, do you?
Oh, mate. It's simple things like that.
It is simple, Reggie, and you know what? I still would have attacked, but I think at that point in time, Reggie, I think Gretchy was of the mindset. Gretchy was of the mindset he needed to settle things down, and he did indicate that. But let's be fair dinkum. If you've got to be urgent off the kickoff, you've got to try and take the ball on the full. I know the ball was torpedoing at right angles, but get the body in front of the ball.
Yeah.
And that play out there where Harry Douglas was given the ball, he had plenty of room to adjust himself in defence, and he went around him like fair dinkum. As easy as you like, sheer speed got Harry Douglas that try.
18-16 on the A-plus contracting scoreboard with 18 minutes to go. Aberdeen in front, and like I said, that was a bad decision to take that kick at goal.
My fear right now is that the floodgates are going to open up on Denman if they don't start showing some urgency in defence, because that was way, way too easy.
Well, how many's out for Denman this weekend? Like, how many players have they got out from their regular side?
Well, I think they're missing Reynard Ladigan.
Yep.
Definitely, Ladigan's out. Dan Ellis is expected back next week, and they need that. I think Reynard, they certainly miss Reynard's defence out wide, and here's Travis Bateman with the ball, and he goes forward. What a great run from Travis Bateman. Good tackle over the top by Benkovic and also Pritchard. Here's Hovey. Someone's got to go low on Hovey at the advantage line, otherwise he's just going to keep going forward. He unloads and stands again, and the ball goes on there to Ewan Bartholomew, and Bartholomew's over the halfway line. There's time out here. Someone is injured. Is Dan Rees, is it?
Well, I thought, it is a Denman play, but that way that Huey Bartholomew got twisted in that tackle by Scrimmager, that could have been bad for his leg. But that's rugby league, but he's obviously he's wound out of that tackle attempt on Jason Hovey, that Rees. But
Reggie, I'll just say a couple of things. In my experience watching Jason Hovey, if you go high on Jason Hovey, it is doomed for failure because the guy is so strong up top and his legs never stop moving. You've got to hit him early at the advantage line and nullify his go forward.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, Aberdeen are going to play.
What I'm saying is, there's only a couple of players out from Denman's squad. Aberdeen's got about 6 or 8 players out still.
I don't know what you want me to say. It is what it is.
Yeah. We've got Dylan Thorpe.
Adam Hamilton's out. Adam Hamilton's out for Denman as well.
He's gone for the season.
For Denman as well.
He's pulled the pin for the season, they said. So
okay, Huey Bartholomew is going to play the ball. Dylan Thorne's coming back on. Who's gone off is Dan Ruiz. So someone will go out to the back line in defence in particular.
I'd be putting Dylan Thorne in the centres.
Is he quicker than Dan Ruiz? Because Harry Douglas will have a field day. His number 15 is Travis Bateman standing out there. He's up to the Aberdeen 40. Liam Form with the ball onto Marcus Marsh, and Marcus Marsh goes forward and he's run into 2 tacklers there, one Benkovic, the other Pritchard. He's still 35 out for the centre field from the Denman line. Here's a high bomb. There's plenty of runners. Who's under it? Zach Webb. Logan Ellis should be getting behind him. They let it bounce. It goes back into Pritchard's arms. He comes from nowhere, Pritchard, and he takes the ball. There's a lot of attempted strips here today, Reggie, and Taylor Pryor took him hard there. Here's Geordie Mulheron. He goes forward from dummy half, goes nowhere, and Pryor comes again and gets him. Runs in the middle of the ruck. He could have been penalised for that, and then he'd probably argue whether what was the penalty for. That was an ordinary play, the ball. He's saying there was legs in it. Zach Webb gets the ball, throws the ball. They're going nowhere at the moment, Denman. Here goes Josh Scrimger. Runs into Liam Forum, and Forum tries a one-on-one strip to no avail. Here's Jacob Ellis, runs out of dummy half. Long pass out to Dylan Thorne. On to Dinafaloo. Dinafaloo's got room to move. He goes down the sideline. He's up over halfway. Good tackle by the Aberdeen, Harry Douglas.
On that big
it's the last tackle. Ball goes out to Luke Ruiz. Luke Ruiz puts a little chip in. Easy target. Straight into the arms of Huey Bartholomew. He steps out of one would-be tackler. He runs to his own 40. And he's hitting a good tackle there by Scrimger. He's out to his own 40, centre field. Ball, Liam Forum from dummy half on to Hovey. Runs into Pritchard. Bounces off Pritchard before Scrimger comes again and tackles him around the legs. 40 out from your own line. Marcus Marsh gets the ball. He'll move up to halfway. He charges through and beats 2 or 3 players before he comes to a standstill. He's still over halfway now. Here's Tyler Campbell. And Campbell runs into the arms of Tommy Mann and also Jacob Ellis. Quick play the ball. Forum comes down this short right-hand side. On to Dylan Porter, and Porter comes in. They try and drag him over the sideline. It's the last. Here's another bomb. Someone should be getting back and helping Zach Webb. Porter gets up and plays a ball to Bill. On to Liam Forum. Forum comes through. It's a really good pressure kick from Benkovic. It goes into Harry Douglas's arms. It's still the last. He unloads as he goes to ground. On to, he's going to score in the corner. There's no one there.
What was that? What was that?
Hayden Bill went over untouched. What happened to the Denman defence?
Well, they were sliding across, but they stopped. He stopped. Hayden Bill stopped with the ball because it was the last and was about to kick it. And then he just put his foot down and ran around them. Just nothing in it at all.
Words fail me.
I just, well, I would have kept that momentum going, Gretchy.
Words absolutely fail me. Now, the thing is, Reggie, and I think Gretchy's over there wanting to know what the hell happened. Dan Ruiz is that centre defender, so someone got their communication mixed up over there. Jackson Ball was on his own, so I don't know who was supposed to fill in for Dan Ruiz, but there's certainly some soul-searching in the in-goal for the Denman side. They've let this game slip big time. The kick to come from Hayden Bill to try and convert his own try, it's 22 points to 16. There's 14 minutes to go here in this round 9 clash, and let me tell you, Denman will be absolutely blown up big time if they let this game slip, because they have had a penalty count go their way in the first half.
9-2.
They got 14. They went to the half-time break 14-0, and they let 2 really easy tries in.
That one there was just a soft as. That, great speed by Hayden Bell. Take nothing away from his effort, but he stopped. He stopped still. They should have been moving up on him. So Anyway,
Well, it was the last, and to Aberdeen's credit, they kept the ball alive. It wasn't a great kick by Liam Foran, but they recovered. They let it bounce, and then they recovered. But where was the urgency from the Denman team? Hayden Bell moves in. He stabs at it and puts it nice and flat, and it's waved away to the left of the upright. It is 22 points to 16. There's a converted try in it. Can Denman level it up? They need a mistake, but they also need not to give a penalty away, a dumb penalty away in the Aberdeen red zone.
13 minutes left on the A-plus contracting scoreboard, 22-16 as you said. Now we're into the zone where they need to play smart football, both sides. Let's see how Aberdeen get out of trouble with Harry Douglas catching the ball off the kickoff and offloading to Jason Hovey at full speed.
He runs into the Denman wall and he shrugs off one. He's still on his feet and they finally get him down to ground. He's going to get up and play the ball about 15 out from his own line. On to Travis. Is that Cameron Savage? That's Savage there, Reggie. He's on the field and he gets it out to his own 30. Tackled. There's Dylan Porter on to Campbell, and Campbell gets the ball and he's tackled. Good tackle there by Jacob Ellis. Just shy of his own 40 on to Marcus Marsh. He comes to the advantage line and he gets over it, hitting a good tackle there by two Denman players. Ben Clark at dummy half on to Foran, and Foran gets the ball deep and kicks it straight down the throat of Jackson Ball, 15 out from his own line. He's going to dice with the sideline. He needs to get away from that. He gets out to the 30. Harry Douglas is trying a one-on-one strip, and he he was close to being successful too. I thought it was going to go his way. Ball comes out to Dinafalou, and Dinafalou standing flat and still, but he's still made a good 15 metres. He's just shy of his own 40. Gretsch at dummy half. Short pass to Scrimger. There's no runners with him, but he's going to take it forward. He runs into Campbell and also Savage. He's just shy of halfway. Gretsch out the back to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis, long flat pass to Geordie Mulheron. Jesse McLean comes in from his wing with Dylan Porter, and they put that down. What is it he just let that go? He let that go as cold as a spud. That wasn't a strip, Reggie.
But he had his hand in there, Jesse McLean, and here we go.
There's hands all over the footy.
But he's throwing it up the back.
Yeah, well,
I agree with Marcus Marsh, mate. There, yeah. I didn't think that was a strip by any
But there
means.
was hands all in there. They were both correct.
Yeah, but I think Marcus Marsh summed it up beautifully. He tried to flip it out the back.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Aberdeen, Denman with the tap restart. Zach Webb gets the ball. He finds himself 15 out from the Tigers line. They need to score and level it all up. Here's Dylan Thorne, runs off one. He knocked it down. That was a knock. See, that was a knockdown by Aberdeen.
By Marcus Marsh.
Yes, and regathered. So that should have been a knock on. What's he saying now? And then Corey Martin's blown a penalty. Someone has mouthed off.
Copping that.
You know what it was? I think it was Jason Hovey that's given him a spray.
Go.
But Jason Hovey's mouthed off when they've just done a one-on-one strip.
Sweet.
And Corey Martin said, I'm not copping that.
Yeah.
Here's Jason Hovey comes up, and who's that? Nathan Barry on. Is that Nathan? Yes, it is. Gretsch at dummy half. They're under the post. Ball goes to Scrimger. Scrimger's running wide. He's only got to get over. Yes, good tackle there by
Marcus Marsh.
Here's Benkovic inside to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis goes down that short blind. He runs away. Short pass on to Dinafalou, and he's over. He's got to come and try and improve it. He does.
That's a great play.
22 points to 20.
But you know what that is? He's drifting across field, and it's a straight runner. Aberdeen haven't had that for the first half. And Denman haven't had it for the second half until that very moment. The halves are running across field. There's no backup support. There's no second phase play.
But I said that in the first half. I'd love to see some forwards running some angle and line runs off Jacob Ellis as he drifts across. Right now, Denman are just going one pass, two pass, and hoping for the best that someone in a defensive line falls over. It's not going to happen.
Well, Jason Hovey can put down that try to him. They had the ball in attack off a one-on-one strip, which was questionable anyway because of the way.
Regardless, you've got to play on.
But you've got the ball, so and you've given away a penalty.
So why would you mouth off and give the referee a gobful?
Well, let's be honest, he hasn't shut up out there all day, and it's going to backfire. If I'm Shane Hasselman, I say, look, you're a quality player, but if you keep carrying on like that, there's no position in our first grade side. Because you're a quality player, but I wouldn't
go that far. He just needs a tune up and just pull it into line a little bit. Yeah. Every player gives people gobfuls, but he just needs to just rein it in a little bit. That's all it needs. Here's Luke Ruiz with the attempted, and he's missed it. He did not look comfortable, did he, Reg? 22 points to 20, 8.5 minutes to go in this round 9 Bengalla Group 21 clash up here in favour of the home team.
He just stabbed at it, as was just said here.
He stabbed at all of them so far today, Reggie, except the one from the sideline. I think he's more worried about missing than just following through. And I'm no goal kicker. So I've probably got, I haven't got any entitlement to talk about goal kicking whatsoever, but I can only call it as I see it. Here's Liam Forum. Is this going to go the same way? It has. He's going to kick it right over here. Here's Tommy Mann under it. Is he going to let it bounce? Oh. No, he collects it well. Tommy Mann, he goes straight at Campbell, and Campbell tackles him and belts him to the ground. Good tackle with the help of Marcus Marsh. He's on his own 20. Gretchen, dummy half. Short pass to Zach Webb, and Webb gets the ball. Ball and all tackle from Marsh. 25 out from their own line. The Devils, they need a good finish to this set. Here's Dylan Thorne. Goes forward into Hovey. Unloads it to Scrimger. Scrimger gets the ball, and he tackled 40 out from his own line. Quick play the ball. Gretsch at dummy half. He's just lacking that little zip from dummy half. Gretsch, he might be carrying an injury, but Cameron Savage belted him to the ground. He gets up looking for the penalty. Here's long pass out from Jacob Ellis onto Geordie Mulheron. Geordie Mulheron gives it to Logan Ellis. He's got speed, but who's after him? He's called a forward ball.
Oh, well, look at that. Jacob Ellis. Because you can't throw a punch in
that
first
was Taylor Pryor.
So he runs in and pushes him. Like, I know Jacob. I'll have a joke with him, but he can't throw punches. He get the shit belted.
I don't know if he punched him. I think he just pushed him.
He can't, but if he wants to initiate a fight and gets cleaned up by a big guy, that's the same as Billy Slater. I hate it when Billy Slater, back in the day, it used to be Thorday go in there and the grub, all the mess would start, and Thorday could fight, but now Thorday didn't do it, and as soon as you couldn't punch, in comes Billy Slater.
Yep. Well, anyway, Corey Martin's found a forward pass, so that attacking raid came to nothing. They finally got inside the Aberdeen half. I don't know what Dylan Thorne is saying out there.
I think that Corey Martin he's a younger referee and he's coming through the ranks. He needs to clamp down the authority. He's got too many people talking to him. Jason Hovey, he's off.
Jason Hovey's been taken off, and I can't see who's come on. Nevertheless, Aberdeen scrum feed. 10 shy of halfway, and they're obviously in their own half. They're going to be on the attack, so Denman's defence needs to be solid. Dylan Porter with the scrum feed out the back to Liam. Forum as usual takes the line on himself. Nathan Barry. The first effort was around the shoulders instead of going the legs. I don't know what's going on, seriously. Here's Marcus Marsh, takes the ball up over halfway, goes through and hits one, goes straight over the top of Luke Ruiz. He's hitting another tackle. He gets up and plays the ball. There's 2 Denman players on the ground. That means they're out of the defensive line. So Dylan Thorne goes as Tyler Campbell gets the ball. Good tackle from Benkovic out the back to Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter short pass on to number 16, which is Huey Collins. 25 out from the Denman line. Quick play the ball. Comes down this short side. Ewan Bartholomew throws a dummy. Gives it back himself. He gets it on to Campbell, and Campbell gets onto the ball. A loose ball, but Tommy Mann grabbed him. It's the last. This ball's going to go in the air. It's going to be a flat kick. I thought they were all offside, Reggie. Nevertheless, the kick came through, and Scrimger collects the ball 5 out from his own line. I thought all those runners were offside. I looked at it closely.
I have to agree with you there.
Here's Dinafalou from dummy half. Beats 1, beats 2, and he comes to Campbell. Not too many people get through Campbell. Let me give you the tip. He gets up and plays the ball. Gets it on to Luke Ruiz, on to Webb. Webb tries to get out of their own red zone, the Denman boys. And where's Gretschy at the moment? In the back play. Here's Benkovic. He goes at the defensive line. He comes forward. He's looking for a quick play the ball. He's on all fours. Gets up. He does. Ball comes out to Dylan Thorne. He tries to tip it on. He doesn't. He goes forward. Good tackle over the top from Cameron Savage. Round the legs was Campbell. Here's the last. Gretsch, dummy half. Kicks the ball down there. Harry Douglas lets it go over his head. It's inside the... and Jesse McLean's going to pick it up right on his own try line. He comes out to his own 20. Runs to Luke Ruiz. And... he's tackled there. No, he's still going. Good leg speed from Jesse McLean. He gets up to about 25 out from his own line. Harry Douglas from dummy half scoots away. Good tackle there too by Scrimger. About 32 metres out from his own line. Centre field. 4 at dummy half. Onto Ewan Bartholomew. Comes to Jacob Ellis. He unloads to the winger. No, it's not. It's Taylor Pryor. And Dylan Thorne comes over the top. He hits him ball and all. He's going to get up and play the ball. Ball goes to Campbell. Campbell comes through to Benkovic, and good tackle all by Dylan Thorne and Tommy Mann over the top. Logan Ellis looks like he's got cramps, so there's no winger at home. Here's Ewan Bartholomew. Sloppy pass out to Liam Foran. It's on the ground, but he's still making every post to win. Liam Foran, he's busted through one. He's busted through two. He's got the fullback to beat. He comes to Zach Webb, and Webb tries to hold him up. He's still going. A metre and a two out. It's the last tackle. They're short everywhere, the Denman boys. This will put pay to them. They go from Ben Clark, goes from dummy half. He gets it out to Ewan Bartholomew. He dives over and scores.
That's a great try.
Well, Liam Foran set that up. He went through 4 or 5 would-be Denman defenders.
And he's
they shirt grabbed everywhere.
Well, they hung off. And that could have been, and they should have stopped. Sorry, I just coughed. They should have stopped Huey Bartholomew there when he had that ball with the one hand. There should have been someone, but they were standing back again. Yeah, well, look, I would have went the other way anyway, but they've scored.
Well, they've been the difference today. Liam Foran, fair dinkum. He's coming back with a little leg injury now. He's hobbling away. There's under 2 minutes to go by the time this restart happens. Hayden Bell will take his time. It's 26 points to 20. So even if he doesn't kick it, the Denman boys have to score a converted try. This is a game that Denman will see that got away from them. They should have went on with it here, but unfortunately, they've just been their own worst enemies because their defensive effort in this second half has been dead set ordinary at times.
How instrumental, like, he's Foran.
One-man band there today.
He's lifted.
But I've got to say, there's been some really good performers in this second half. Campbell has had a blinder.
Yep.
Also, Ewan Bartholomew has been just about everywhere on occasions. So Hayden Bell's going to try and convert this try. It's 24 to 20. Actually, I think it's 26 to 20. There's a minute and a half to go. He moves in, Hayden Bell, kicks it, he's got it. Beautiful kick.
That'll be the ball game.
Beautiful kick. That's 28 points to 20. There's no coming back for Denman right now. This game, they've let it go big time. There's a minute and a half to go. Luke Roos is going to have the kick restart.
Well, Adam Gretsch has been screaming at him, get up. And when Liam Foran had that ball and made that break, Gretsch was screaming, get up.
Yeah, but he had all day. There was players there that just didn't move the ball, and that ball off the kick-off has failed to find 10 metres. So it's going to be a halfway penalty right in the middle of the field to the Aberdeen Tigers, and they're going to take this match out. The scoreboard says 24-20, but it's 28-20 with under a minute to go. And I can see the frustration with Adam Gretsch out there. He will be looking at this replay, and fair dinkum. This is a game that has got away from the Denman boys, and they needed to win this badly today. Here's Marcus Marsh. His go forward's been sensational. He comes at the Denman defence. Centre field, 40 out from the Devils line. Put icing on the cake if they can score in the last 40 seconds here, the Tigers. Here's Tyler Campbell. He comes to Tommy Mann. He skull drags him to the ground. 38 from out, 10 in from touch. Bit of slow motion stuff here now. Here's Cameron Savage. Runs forward to Dylan Thorne. They tackle him about 32 metres out from their own line, the Devils. This is a very frustrating second half performance by the Devils. Here's Tyler Campbell. There's less than 12 seconds to go. He's going to go to ground, and there'll be only one more play. One more play. Centre field, 25 metres out. They'll run this to the sideline. Here's Huey Bartholomew. Long pass out to Cameron Travis Bateman out wide, who's standing there. Shrugs off one, shrugs off two, and gets to ground. There's the full-time siren. 28 points to 20 in favour of the Aberdeen Tigers in the round 9 Bengalla Hunter Valley Group 21 clash. And a great second half performance by the Aberdeen Tigers. They were down 14-0, and they've scored 24 points in the second half to Denman's 6, and that is just not good enough for the Denman Devils. They should have took this game out and went on with it, but a couple of really good tries early in the second half set the foundation for a comeback by the Tigers, and I put it all down to Liam Foran.